Imagine offering people the chance to win $40,000 in a country where people survive on just $4 a day. Now, imagine accidentally giving that number to 800,000 people. What started as a simple Pepsi promotion pushed a country to the edge with riots and deaths. I'm Moino Sinde, and this is The Underrated. We share stories that showcase game-changing strategies and moments that shape business, music, sports, and culture as we know it today. In the early 90s, the Philippines was struggling. Poverty was widespread and many families were living on less than $4 a day. At the time, Coca-Cola was dominating with a 75% share of the market and Pepsi was the underdog. So Pepsi realized they had to do something to get in the mix and compete with Coke. They went to the Philippines and did something bold. They launched a nationwide promotion called Number Fever. The whole premise of this promo was you buy a bottle of Pepsi, and at the time, these were those glass bottles. You flip the cap, and if that number underneath matched the winning number announced on TV, you won 1 million pesos, which was roughly $40,000 at the time. For many Filipinos, they didn't see it as just another promotion. To them, this was a lifeline, a chance to escape poverty overnight. When Pepsi launched the campaign, it took off like crazy. You had people skipping meals just to buy Pepsi. There would be children searching through garbage bins just looking for bottle caps. There was one woman who told reporters she spent her entire month's salary on Pepsi bottles, hoping her number would hit. For Pepsi, on the other hand, their sales exploded. Their market share surged and the campaign was doing exactly what it was designed to do. Then things took a turn for the worse. On the night of May 5th, 1992, the number 349 was announced as the winner. That night was a wave of emotions for everybody. At first, celebrations broke out, then confusion, and ultimately chaos. The crazy thing that happened was instead of one winner being announced, it turned out that over 800,000 people had bottle caps with the exact same number. The mistake wasn't Pepsi's fault necessarily because of a typo or misunderstanding. What happened was that Pepsi had outsourced their cap printing to a third-party vendor in Mexico, and they used a computer system meant to print the winning number on only 2 caps. But due to a software error and complete lack of verification, more than 800,000 caps were printed with the winning number 349. It's hard to fathom how nobody at the printing machines caught it. They just went on with their day, like business as usual, while 800,000 caps have been printed with a winning number. Overnight, Pepsi was facing the potential of $32 billion in prize claims. Pepsi was doing their hardest to do damage control. They even went as far as to take out a full-page newspaper ad saying that 349 was not a valid winning number. Then, their executives went on TV calling it a computer glitch. But the people who had spent their last peso chasing hope, this felt like ultimate betrayal. To rub salt to the wound, Pepsi thought it was a good idea to offer each claimant 500 pesos, which was about $20 at the time. The whole country lost it when they heard this. Next thing you know, protests are flooding the streets, Pepsi delivery trucks are being attacked, and warehouses are being burned down. In one tragic incident, a homemade bomb was thrown at a Pepsi truck that ended up killing a mother and her child. What followed was more than 700 civil lawsuits being filed and over 5,000 criminal complaints. This became more than just dealing with angry customers for Pepsi. They were now entangled in national instability. When the case went to court, Pepsi leaned on the fine print. Their lawyers argued that the 349 caps were part of a misprinted batch and therefore invalid. And unfortunately, the Philippine Supreme Court sided with Pepsi and they legally walked away. For Pepsi, the damage to their brand was done. Even decades later, Pepsi still operates in the Philippines, but the wound has never fully healed. In some towns, people still refuse to drink it. The number 349 became a symbol not of luck, but of false hope. In the aftermath, Coca-Cola quickly reclaimed their dominance, and Pepsi's bold attempt to close the gap became a global warning for every brand out there. After Number Fever, marketing rules changed forever. Fine print became the standard, randomized audits became mandatory, and legal oversight tightened worldwide because of this disaster. When you sell hope, especially to people who don't have much, you have to be absolutely certain you can deliver it. This wasn't just a marketing failure, it was a cultural crisis fueled by carelessness and arrogance. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We release videos like this every Wednesday on YouTube.